Pope Leo XIV General Audience, St. Peter's Square, August the 6th, Cycle of Catechesis, Jesus Christ our Hope following the Passover of Jesus. 1. The preparation of the supper. Make the preparations for us there. Mark chapter 14, verse 15. Dear brothers and sisters, let us continue our Jubilee journey in the discovery of the face of Christ, in whom our hope takes shape and consistency. Today, we will start to reflect on the mystery of the Passion, death, and resurrection of Jesus. Let us begin by meditating on a word that seems simple but holds a precious secret of Christian life: prepare. In the Gospel of Mark, it is told that on the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, when they sacrificed the Passover lamb, his disciples said to him, "Where do you want us to go and prepare for you to eat the Passover?" It is a practical question, but also filled with anticipation. The disciples perceive that something important is about to happen, but they do not know the details. Jesus' answer seems almost to be a riddle. Go into the city, and a man will meet you carrying a jar of water. The details become symbolic. A man carrying a jar, a typically feminine gesture at that time, an upstairs room already prepared, an unknown host. It is as if everything has been arranged in advance. In fact, this is exactly the case. In this episode, the Gospel shows that love is not the result of chance, but of a conscious choice. It is not a simple reaction, but a decision that requires preparation. Jesus does not face his passion out of fatalism, but out of fidelity to a path freely and carefully accepted and followed. This is what comforts us, knowing that the gift of his life stems from conscious intention, not a sudden impulse. That upstairs room already prepared tells us that God always precedes us. Even before we realize we need to be welcomed, the Lord has already prepared a space for us where we can recognize ourselves and feel we are his friends. This place is fundamentally our heart, a room that may seem empty, but which awaits only to be recognized, filled, and cherished. The Passover, which the disciples must prepare, is in reality already present in Jesus' heart. He has already thought of everything, arranged everything, decided everything. However, he asks his friends to do their part. This teaches us something essential for our spiritual life. Grace does not eliminate our freedom, but rather awakens it. God's gift does not eliminate our responsibility, but makes it fruitful. Today, too, like then, there is a supper to prepare. It is not only a matter of the liturgy, but of our readiness to enter into a gesture that transcends us. The Eucharist is not celebrated only at the altar, but also in daily life, where it is possible to experience everything as an offering and giving of thanks. To prepare to celebrate this thanksgiving does not mean doing more, but leaving room. It means removing what encumbers us, reducing our demands, and ceasing to hold unrealistic expectations. Indeed, too often, We confuse preparations with illusions. Illusions distract us. Preparations guide us. Illusions seek a result. Preparations make an encounter possible. True love, the gospel reminds us, is given before it is reciprocated. It is an anticipatory gift. It is not based on what is received, but on what one wishes to offer. It is what Jesus lived with his disciples while they still did not understand, while one of them was about to betray him and another to deny him. He was preparing a communion supper for them all. Dear brothers and sisters, we too are invited to prepare the Passover of the Lord, not only the liturgical one, that of our life too. Every gesture of willingness, every gratuitous act, every forgiveness given in advance, every effort patiently accepted is a way to prepare a place where God can dwell. We can ask ourselves then, what spaces in my life do I need to put in order so that they are ready to receive the Lord? What does it mean for me today to prepare? Perhaps to renounce a demand, to stop waiting for others to change, to take the first step, perhaps to listen more, to act less, or to learn how to trust in what has already been prepared. If we accept the invitation to prepare the place of communion with God and among ourselves, we will discover we are surrounded by signs, encounters, and words that guide us towards that room, spacious and already prepared, in which the mystery of an infinite love, sustaining us and always preceding us, is celebrated unceasingly. May the Lord grant us to be humble preparers of His presence, and in this daily readiness, may that serene trust also grow in us, allowing us to face everything with a free heart, because where love has been prepared, life can truly flourish. Summary. Dear brothers and sisters, today in our continuing catechesis on the Jubilee theme of Christ our hope, we begin our reflection on Jesus' passion, death and resurrection by considering the importance of preparing for an encounter with God. In the passage we just read, the disciples were surprised to find that the upper room had already been made ready for them to celebrate the Passover. We are invited to discover here an image of our own hearts, chosen and set aside by the Lord as a place of encounter with Him. First, however, we must respond to the Lord's initiative by preparing our hearts through concrete acts of love, forgiveness, and self-giving, so that He may come and dwell within us. By asking for our cooperation, He reminds us that true love, like the Passion itself, is not the result of chance, but a conscious and free decision to give of oneself. Let us ask the Lord today to teach us how to prepare for this presence, and so be able to welcome Him and those around us into our hearts.